anyone who has ever been skunked is nervous for Dawn right now.
I do like how, Dawn, you've color coordinated, though, with the skunk today.
Right? Very Pepe Le Pew.
Attention to detail.
I didn't even think of it. You know, the only time I've been skunked is when I've played cribbage, right? I think there's skunking in that one, right? Exactly. Never actually been close enough to a skunk where I was maybe concerned about getting sprayed. We have Anna, we have Laura here. This is a skunk. How did you come to get the skunk here?
Well, he came from Vancouver. It was found in a construction site, and he had a lid just like this one around the neck. You can have them with the 6-pack rings as well sometimes, just because they're so curious and they have a really big sweet tooth, so they tend to go for sugary things. And then if people don't dispose properly of their garbage, they
right
get
through
into
there.
things. Yep.
Just like that, and obviously this causes a problem, and he has actually quite a big wound, which we can't see because we're trying to cover it up. It's a little bit early in the morning to see, but it's, you know.
All around the neck. We did some surgery on the back just to close it up a little bit more, but yeah, it takes time for the body to heal. It takes about a couple of months or so in care. Quite expensive. We're doing a treatment with honey. Each bottle is $50.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's...
You know, this is the closest that, well, I've ever been to a skunk, and I noticed my camera operator, Steve, he's keeping a safe distance, so this is a great chance to actually learn a little bit about skunks.
For sure.
The spray comes out of the bum?
It comes it comes from the bum, as long as you keep the tail tucked under.
Poor Laura. She's guarding them for us.
He hasn't sprayed yet.
No, they tend to, you know, because they don't like their smell either, so it's just a scary.
Check out the claws. I don't know if we can sort of see the claws, but you know, he looks so cute, but those are massive claws.
Yeah, they're good diggers, so they do need it for, you know, looking for grubs and slugs and things like that.
My goodness. Well, Russ, we heard how expensive it is to rehabilitate these kinds of animals. This little skunk, his prognosis looks good?
Yes, it does.
For more details on how you can help the Wildlife Rescue Association Hospital, it is a hospital, it's not a zoo. Of course, people can make donations, Russ, and I didn't get sprayed. I did not get sprayed.
You're the skunk whisperer. Obviously, you've got the right, and the handlers know what they're doing there too. I hope that little guy makes a speedy recovery. Boy, he looks cute, does he not?
You know, it's funny because I had to miss the morning meeting yesterday, and Deb, my producer, called and she said, by the way, you're going to be with a skunk. They're probably not going to spray. And it didn't happen when we were on camera, but it did happen off. And I posted, everyone said it's a bit of a questionable photo on Twitter, but it really, when that spray hits the air, it is almost like cuts you. Like, how do you deal with that?
Well, we're pretty used to them spraying. We do get a lot of skunks in throughout the year, and after a while, it's just something you kind of become used to.
Yeah.
So.
And for anyone that, we hope you never actually have to see skunk spray, but this is what it looks like.
That's very similar.
Oily.
Yep. Oily, bright yellow, pretty fluorescent.
There you go. So there is the big culprit of the smell. And by the way, I did say that I'm going to rub my body against every person that made me go on that live eye so that they can experience a bit of it.
We did warn you.
You did warn me. Something a little less smelly.
Yeah.
Who do we have here?
This is one of our several band-tailed pigeons that we have in care. These guys are a native pigeon species, so they're not like the guys that you see downtown. These guys are more at home in coniferous forests, such as up on Cypress, Grouse Mountain, etc.
Adorable. Now, obviously, this bird was found, and if anyone feels that they see a bird which they believe in distress, what are they supposed to do, and how will they actually know, other than if they see, you know, a cut or blood or something like that?
Pretty much at this time of the year, there's no more little fledglings left on the ground, so any bird that's on the ground unable to fly will probably be in distress and will need some medical attention. You can always give our helpline a call at 604-526-7275, and if you can safely contain the animal in a cardboard box or a Rubbermaid bin or anything like that with a towel, definitely feel free to do so.
Now, when you talk about rehabilitating a bird like this, you know, reasonably, how long does it take for a bird to be rehabilitated, and what kinds of costs are you looking at? Is it the food that costs the most money? What are you looking at?
Probably most likely antibiotics. This guy had some minor puncture wounds when he came in, and the antibiotics just for a bottle costs almost $200.
Oh my goodness! And look at he really wants to get out. My goodness! Well, they do such great work here once again at the Wildlife Rehabilitation Association. This is a hospital once again, so they do incredible work here. They're always accepting donations. What will the weather hold for this bird for when he's ready to fly? Or any of the other birds out there? Rusticate. We'll have all those details coming up next on BT. But little bird, we're hoping you have some good weather, don't we? Oh yeah. Well, this is a cutie patootie. I mean, we started this morning with a skunk, then we went to a pigeon, and now we're going to something a little bit more miniature.
Yeah.
Laura, of course, we've got Anna and we've got Laura here at the Wildlife Rescue Association Hospital. Tell us about what we're seeing here.
So this is a young western tanager. These guys actually migrate all the way to Central America for the fall. She hit a window, and because of her injuries, she's actually ended up missing her migration, so she will be spending the winter here with us.
Because that's the point. You do rehabilitate, and then you do obviously want to release, but it has to be the right timing as well. So maybe tell us a little bit about these guys. So what do they eat? I mean, we heard them being a little bit more vocal.
Yeah, she likes to chat, that's for sure. These guys will eat predominantly berries, so obviously if we were to release her here in the winter, she wouldn't be able to find enough food sources and she'd basically end up starving. So we're going to keep her here throughout the winter until the rest of them come back from Central America, and she'll be eating berries here all winter long.
Now, of course, a little bit of an examination is happening. We're hearing again some squawking. I'm assuming it's like when humans, like if we're at a, you know, getting our sprained arm or something, you know, it's going to hurt a little bit. So I'm sure that, you know, there's a little bit of points of discomfort, but it's all for diagnosing what's wrong, right?
Yeah, she's actually almost healed up. A lot of her ear sacs were ruptured from the window strike. She just very much likes to talk and tell us what's going on and complaining about us handling her. So
really, she's just being noisy.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was trying to make it. I'm sure she's fine, but she will be ready for release. So thank you so much. Of course, when the timing is right, the timing is always right to donate to the Wildlife Rescue Association Hospital. By the way, it is not a place where you can come and view the animals. We get a very inside peek here on breakfast television, but they are always taking donations. For more details, you can check out their website.